didn't even get the shapes?
No.
I believe I can soar. Da, 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 da. Oppa. Okay. Welcome back to my kitchen. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Look at us already cooking. I am back in my kitchen with my mom, aka Mama Snaps. Today we're making, you can tell by the title, we're making a little dish called Chuckwagon Casserole. Now this video was inspired because I tried to make, what are you trying to get in here? I tried to make a rum cake without the family recipe, with any recipe, just a hope and a prayer, and it didn't turn out well. So then I tried to remake the rum cake in a video called Rum Cake Redemption with my mom, and in that video we rediscovered a family dinner that I detested when I was a child called Chuckwagon Casserole. Okay, I haven't had it in 15 years, I hated it back then, and I'm guessing I'll still hate it. So we're gonna try and make it today because I'm thinking maybe if we make it, that we can detect what I despise in the dish itself. It's more like a science experiment. And that's how it tastes too. Okay. She's doing the noodles already. What are you huffing and puffing about? Why are you in the kitchen? I'm also wearing a shirt because I'm barely hanging on, and my little earrings are toilet paper rolls because I think this dish is gonna put us on the crapper. I love a good theme.
All
okay,
right.
what do we gotta do?
Well, should I get the meat?
Wait, do you have, where's the recipe? It's all up here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
You see it. Everything you see is what's going into it. Let's get the meat cooking.
First of all, isn't Chuckwagon supposed to be the wagon-shaped noodles?
No.
No, isn't there such a thing?
Well, 40 plus years ago, we didn't have Chuckwagon shaped noodles.
Oh, so we're using just Kraft mac and cheese. Not even the shapes kind, which we all know tastes better. That could have helped a lot here. What am I doing?
Meat.
Meat.
Now, when I was growing up, we ate beef.
Okay. Is this whole video gonna be back in my day?
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
We didn't have turkey, but
We used to walk the cow uphill both ways.
several years ago we stopped eating ground beef. We went to ground turkey, and I think it tastes the same. That's the meat story. Ow! Now I do think the cheese has changed.
Oh, the cheese and the Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, I think it.
So we're
taste is a
using
lot
how
different,
much ground beef?
but About a pound.
We're using a pound of ground beef, a whole box of Kraft mac and cheese noodles, and we're using the cheese from there. You think it tastes different for the better?
I don't know. I don't know. It seems less cheesy, but
How
I
do you
don't
do
have
less
an extra packet to throw in.
We don't have a 40-year-old packet of cheese to use?
Can of corn that needs to be opened and drained. Can of paste that can be
Open.
opened and waiting.
And drained. Should we get a can opener?
Give me the can opener.
And a can of tomato paste. I like corn. I'm trying to discover what I don't like.
I think I know what you don't
What
like.
don't I like?
Oh.
This? You gonna tell me at the end?
Yeah.
It might be this. Basil, garlic, and oregano.
No, it's supposed to be plain, but we're going with what's in the pantry.
So it might taste
So
different.
it is going to taste a little different.
Oh, this has to be drained? When the moon hits your eye. Okay.
Okay. We're going to need some chopped onion.
Chopped how?
Chopped, cut it, chop it.
It's already cut.
Well, I want
How much?
little pieces. Maybe another slice off of the big one, and then that's probably plenty. So it comes out maybe
How do I
cup.
cut?
No. Well, you slice however you feel comfortable. Okay.
Good enough?
Yep.
Onion.
I cut this in half. Little thin pieces.
And where did you find this Chuckwagon casserole?
When I was in 4-H.
4-H.
I took
Isn't that an after-school club?
Yeah. It's future farmers of a
Were you gonna be a future farmer?
future farmer.
Or you're gonna marry one and make them Chuckwagon casserole?
I don't know. I took a cooking class, and we had.
If you missed the other video, and then she presented it to other people.
Yeah, there was a class. I don't even remember how old I was. We were to bring in a recipe and make it for the class. You know, it was like a demonstration speech that you had to do.
A speech?
And then we shared out the food when we got done cooking it. And I loved it. Let people taste it. And then.
And the reviews came back positive.
Yeah, well, it was good. So then, when your grandma started working, I had to start prepping dinner for her. And some nights I would just make the whole meal, and this is what I would make. It was easy to make. It's something that a young person could do at home alone.
Or a 29-year-old who lives with her parents.
Let it keep cooking.
Scraping it off.
It's
and keep
faster if
running
it's
over.
already thawed, but I did not get this out in time to cook. It'll kind of keep it chopped up. All right.
Got new celery?
Yeah, I think that was.
We've got brand new celery
All right, I think
coming in.
your pasta can
Okay.
be.
The camera battery died, and it was the perfect excuse to also get an alcoholic.
Beveragino.
Where's mine?
Do you want one? Triple jam cider to wash down the casserole. Ooh!
The pasta's ready to drain.
Do you run water while it drains?
Yes, I do, because.
On top of the corn.
No, over here. Yeah, you can go on top of the corn.
What's in the corn?
There you go.
Hands on the group behind. Behind, chef.
Okay, what am I doing with the celery?
Chopping.
Chopping. How many? How big?
Well, that's up
How-
to you. I know
You're the one with the recipe in your head. What
Well,
does the recipe?
I chop it like I did the onion.
Okay, I'm cutting this part out.
But
this part out?
yes, but I know you don't like celery.
I don't.
So if you want it big chunks so you can pick it out, that's fine.
That's not the response Gordon Ramsay would give.
He'd be like, you donut, you idiot.
Well, when you don't know what you're
And then he would take
doing,
this piece and
this is-
shove it.
you gotta remember, I'm not a cook, I'm not a baker. I just
How do people
put food
cut-
on the table.
How do people like chop fast?
The meat's almost done, so let's push the onion into the meat and let it kind of cook a
Push
little bit.
the onion into the meat. Is that on the recipe? Push the onion.
Well,
We want
Don't.
to push.
the onion cooks a little bit in the meat and gives the meat a little flavor. Could be. Let's do a little salt and pepper.
A little salt. A little pepper. How many
No.
celeries am I chopping up?
Let's
Stalks?
just do. Pardon?
How many stalks is the word?
Usually we do 2, but let's just do 1 because that'll be enough to give it flavor, and then you don't have
What flavor?
a lot to pick out.
Tastes like dirt. What does celery taste like? It has a very mildly bitter taste and a texture that's both crisp and succulent and is either eaten raw or cooked based, what is the other category? Liquefied. The top Reddit thread. Is it just me or does celery taste disgusting?
Now you eat the raspberry.
She makes this jello dish for Christmas, and it's jello with celery and pecans in it.
And apples.
And apples. It's like a fruit salad and a regular salad threw up, and then you molded it into a jello. It's good, but and she loves it. Now that's a family recipe.
Yeah. My mom's mom.
That probably has to
made-
stay in the
My
family.
mom's mom made that every holiday gathering.
I like it, but I usually just pick her out and eat the jello parts. She serves it during the meal, so it's like the dessert before dessert. It's like an appetizer dessert, which already puts it in its own category. Imagine reading the ingredient list: jello, pecans, celery, apples. You're like, what? How?
Oh no! Well, the secret ingredient is.
Don't tell them the secret ingredient. I'll have to bleep that out. She said the secret ingredient was more celery, so try that. Try that.
That is cooked,
Says who? Let me get
Me.
in. Let me get in here. This thing.
and then you can dump that on top of the stuff in the strainer because there's a little extra water in
We
there.
don't want the juice in here.
No.
It's hot.
That's why I got on this.
Okay, do I flip it towards me?
No,
Away from
away
you is
from-
safer, yeah. Otherwise it's
So I should pick it up like this.
however you gotta do it.
What am I doing? I'm just dumping it?
Dumping it, yeah, just
But
dump
I
it.
can't see the
You're-
bowl.
Come on here, we'll move it over a little bit. There you go. So, as I was saying,
If I get the pan.
right, all of this goes back in here. So let's put our celery in there.
Celery.
Stir, get everything all mixed up. Now you can add your.
A cheese packet.
Let's add the tomato paste first, maybe.
This little can. Now, how come we're using a paste? We're not using a sauce. We're not using a marinara. What's up?
That's what the recipe called for. You know the science behind it. The difference between
A paste and a sauce?
and a sauce. And a,
I'm sure people in the comments will comment down below.
Sure. Inform us. 'Cause
It's such a weird red. It's like a crimson red.
this one also has those spices in it that
Oh.
a normal one. I believe you'll
I
add
believe, I believe, I believe, I believe.
1 can of water.
Oh, so we're putting moisture back in.
Yeah, we might need more, but 1 can. But don't add it yet.
I'm starting to remember why I don't like this.
And
This looks like a hamburger helper gone rogue. Evenly dispersed.
and then just give that a good stir.
Fold
and basically you're done.
cheese.
You're just gonna bake it 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 350.
So the cheese is like a dusting?
Gonna
get your dinner.
You're gonna make me hate this before we really get to eat it.
Do you like taste it? You're like, yeah, I don't really like it either. It's a big discovery. Why are we putting it in a pan?
Why, you want it in a casserole dish?
Well, there's like where's the crust of the casserole? Like if you spread it on a pan, don't you get like a nice, won't there like be a crust?
there would be on the bottom and the sides. A little bit.
So this is just gonna be the crust of a bowl of a pan crust.
If you think where this kind of probably came from,
Probably like cowboys.
yes. So
on the road.
when they were
Take me
when they were
home.
out on the trails, they didn't have ovens.
So it's a one-pot
a
meal.
one-pot meal.
So how long are we doing that?
About 20, 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
You just want all those ingredients to kind of let their flavor mix it together in the heat. And
Oh, the flavors mix in.
the celery and the onions and
Crusty. What's it called? Crab wagon? Chuckwagon? Crispity, crunchy, crusty Chuckwagon casserole in a pan, in a bowl.
So
in a
you
pan.
want
in a pot. Put a nice pepperoni pizza on top, and then we'll just eat through the crust. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
So simple, and yet
And
we
then
don't know how delicious.
I serve it with bread and butter.
Yes. Yes. Not even like a dinner roll. It'd be like a slice of like multi-grain wheat seeded bread.
Sorry.
You can tell I'm optimistic about this. I'm rooting for it.
You're gonna have to take those toilet paper rolls out of your ears
Am I gonna eat my
when you're
words?
done, because you're gonna go, this is better than I remember.
I have been working on my acting
So
skills.
so when you do,
Why I yada.
so if you don't like it, you're making your own dinner, because that's my dinner.
I know that is. I actually think I'm getting kebabs later with Mia, so I planned this out perfectly. She said like 9 p.m. kebabs. I said
kebabs?
that's enough time for me to have a serving of Chuckwagon casserole and then chuck it up.
I might have
And
my
go get dinner.
laundry and
Go get
vacuum
kebabs
done
with
by-
us. Well, who's gonna put the casserole away?
It's Riley. Want some Chuckwagon for dinner? I can just see it. Tomorrow we go out in the yard and there's
just corn.
there's corn and meat and macaroni piles. Pooped it up.
I can't tell which end it came out of. Like I think this one's a throw up and that one's a poo.
Yeah, that was a little more digested.
I baked for 25 minutes. We let it sit for like 5. I'm glad that you have bread and butter prepared for us. Oh boy. God, that's like 4 pounds.
Help thyself.
Yep, it looks exactly like I remember it looking. Oh my gosh.
When's the last time I made this?
The last time that you've made it that I've tried it has to be 15 years. This is what I'm getting. It smells like hot celery and unseasoned meat. That as a combo with like a red paste. All right, let's try it.
It's a little bland. I give you salt and pepper.
You put salt and pepper.
I know, but I put that on the meat. It's different. It's not exactly how I remember it as a kid, but it's edible.
It tastes exactly. Oh my god, it's like a blast from the past.
Okay.
You know what, like, now that I'm an adult, like, I believe that it's edible, but, like, it makes me, like, kind of sad. Like, the noodles, too. Like, the noodles are such a fake out because you think that's supposed to be, like, Kraft macaroni and cheese. Like, that's the type of noodles they use. And I'm not getting the Kraft mac and cheese. I'm getting it with paste instead.
What if I made the macaroni and the cheese,
And, like, bits of that chunky.
added meat and corn, no celery? Would that be more appealing?
If you made mac and cheese and then added stuff
And then
to
added-
it. 100%. Like, the celery is, like, doesn't have the original crunch to it. It has, like, a soft crunch, but then the pieces of corn, like, burst.
Have a bite of bread. Helps out.
Is this something you would try at somebody else's house? And then you would leave with your friend to get back in the car, and you'd be like, what was that thing that she made? Like, what was in that? It needs, like, more flavor. More flavor of any seasoning would do.
I could see and doing celery salt and not doing celery for you.
Wait, what was the part that you thought that I didn't like?
Celery.
You think it would be a little bit like onion, so I don't like onions raw, but put raw onions on a burger, make French onion soup. Girl, I'm gonna try to come back up. I'm trying to chuck. I'm gonna have to chuck this Chuckwagon.
Out in the yard, please.
Fried onions, whatever. But an onion by itself raw is so gross.
I've never.
But then
right
like
on.
celery through and through, no matter how you do it,
Well,
you dress it
celery-
and disguise it. I don't like.
Celery is a little bitter, but I like the crunch of it. I think is
Right.
why I like celery.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh well.
The
It
verdict
what it
is more edible than I remember. Still not a fan. I really think if you made the base of it mac and cheese and then added stuff and celery salt instead of celery, we should try that one time because I feel like that would turn this recipe around. And that would still be like a one pot thing. Yeah. Okay.
All right, go get your kebabs.
I feel...
Lunch for the week for me. That's good.
Okay. Oh, don't try and fix it now.
Oh yeah.
Just salty.
Oh, I gotta eat.
Am I supposed to stir this?
On there.
Oh, she's going in for seconds?
Yeah, this is my dinner.
My goodness, she bright! Oh, she's gonna
Alright,
sit
I'm
down.
gonna sit down and eat my dinner.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you would try Chuckwagon Casserole. Tell me to what degree I was over-exaggerating all these years. Okay, you like what you like. And I hate celery in all forms, temperatures, ways. It's not for me. We need a catchphrase. Ooh, it's so
Well, it depends. Do you want to? Ooh, it's so chuckwaggony.
Chuckwaggony.
Or
Ooh, it's so chuckable. Yikes! This is the kind of dish you eat with a napkin. If you ever made Chuckwagon Casserole at your house, it's a one-pan chuckable recipe. You could chuck it in the oven and chuck it on your kids' plates and then chuck it in the garbage. This is like Chef Boyardee's cousin, Chef Chuck. Chef Chuck's Chuckwagon Casserole.
Okay. A little napkin. I'm gonna go eat.
Oh, I think I'm allergic to it.
Oh.
What sound do chickens make? Girls just wanna have fun. Like a sword fight. Back up, Jeremy. What's that? What's this? There's something in my eye. Some dust, a hair. It's in my water line.